What if the person you trust most is the one who's been lying to you all along? Stick around, and while you're here, hit subscribe, smash that like button, and tell us in the comments what city you're watching from. We might just give your hometown a shout out. The first sound is Lily's laugh from the living room, a high, bright ping that makes everything else go quiet. Then the TV, low. A cartoon theme song she loves. I'm already smiling when I drop my keys into the glass bowl by the door. The storm rolled through faster than the forecast. Power flickered at the hospital, elective cases cancelled, half the floor home early. I covered the morning shift for a nurse whose kid spiked a fever. 2 shifts in 24. I signed out, pockets heavy with coins and 2 wrinkled 5s. The tip from a grateful family. Thinking how it would go toward Lily's dance trip. Thinking how I'd wake her up in the morning with cinnamon rolls from the freezer and pretend I hadn't almost fallen asleep driving home. I kick off my shoes. The house smells like warm laundry and strawberry cereal. Hannah? I call, quiet, so I don't break the peace. You good? No answer. Just that cartoon song again, and the sound of Lily singing wrong words on purpose. I smile. I'm back early, I say, louder. Don't freak out. From the kitchen, I grab a wine glass and the bottle on the counter. The cork fights me, my hand slips. It's silly to pour wine at midnight when I should just sleep, but I want 2 sips of quiet. 2 sips of not being anyone's nurse. There's a low laugh from down the hall. Not Lily's, not Hannah's. It's deeper, coiled. A pause. Then my bedroom door, softly pulled shut. The wine stops mid-pour. At first I think maybe Hannah turned on the humidifier or is putting fresh sheets on Lily's trundle or, no. The laugh again, into a hush, and my name, Darcy soft, from a mouth that isn't mine. Travis's voice, quiet and eager, shish. I set the bottle down too hard. It knocks the counter, a dull clack that feels like someone snapped a bone. I don't remember walking, but the hallway is under my feet, and the walls are too close, and the carpet catches at the heel of my sock. The house is suddenly a stranger wearing our furniture. I stop at my bedroom door. The light is on, thin under the seam. I can see shadowed feet, 2 sets, inches apart. My hand is on the knob, turning. It sticks like it's never opened for me before. The door gives. Travis is shirtless, jeans half-buttoned. He looks at me like I'm a fire alarm. The woman in front of him turns, loose hair, blouse gaping where his hand was. She covers herself with a gasp that sounds rehearsed. The world doesn't go quiet, it goes loud, like everything is happening inside a tin can. Renee. Travis says my name as if it might fix the physics. It's not what. The wine glass slides from my fingers and explodes on the carpet. I step bare into it without feeling anything. Somewhere in the next room, Lily's laugh turns into a hum, then stops. I hold the door open with my shoulder because my knees don't trust me. Get out, I say to the air, to the ceiling, to the mirror where I catch a woman with raccoon eyes and a hospital badge still clipped to her scrub top. Get out of my house. The woman tries to hide her face with her hair and fails. Something about her is familiar in a way that scares me. Not her clothes, not her perfume, the tilt of her mouth, maybe. The shadow under her eyes that says she's someone's mother. Travis steps forward like he's calming a skittish dog. Renee, listen. She came by too. To what? My voice cracks. To check if my bed holds 2? Mom? A small voice behind me. Lily. Her bare feet whisper against the hallway runner as she peeks around my hip. Why are you home? I put an arm back without turning, blocking her view. My palm is shaking. The woman bites her lip and looks at Lily with a kind of panic, like she's on a stage and forgot her lines. Hannah appears behind Lily, hair in a messy bun, oversized sleep shirt hanging off one shoulder. She freezes when she sees Travis and the woman. Oh my God, she says, and then to me, low and strangled, Renee, I look at Hannah. Then at the woman again. The puzzle pieces tilt. The same cheekbones. The same worried crease between the brows. My scalp goes cold. You, I say to the woman, because saying her name would make it real. You're Hannah's mother. The woman swallows. Melanie, she manages, as if introducing herself at a PTA meeting. Travis blows out a breath like he's relieved. I know. Like this detail makes it cleaner. Renee, it's not. Melanie came to talk about Hannah's schedule and your shirt fell off by accident? My voice is glass. Hannah grabs Lily's shoulders and pulls her back, protective. Her face is white, staring at her mother with a look I've never seen on a child. Not anger, not heartbreak, calculation. Lily, I say, still not turning. Sweetie, go to your room. I'm not tired, she says, stubborn, a tremor under the heart. I can feel her hand brush my back, small and hot through the cotton. I'm going to break apart. Now, I say, softer. Please. I don't move until I hear her door click. The house inhales, holds it. Renee, Melanie says first, not Travis. Her voice is careful, like she's stepping barefoot through my shatter. I made a mistake. I shouldn't, this is my fault. It is, I say. There's a ringing in my ears, a high, mean whine. Get dressed. Both of you. And get out. Hannah looks at me over Lily's closed door, and there's something else there. A silent plea I don't have room to read. She mouths, I'm sorry. I don't nod. Travis drags on his shirt. He's still trying to catch my eyes, like he can hypnotize me back into the woman who forgave him for leaving dishes in the sink. Renee, please. You know me. You know I wouldn't. He cuts himself off because of the look on my face. He tries again. It was a mistake. It was, on my bed, I say. In my house. While my daughter watched TV. I step forward because I want them to feel my breath. Do not talk to me like I'm a problem you can massage. Melanie is crying without sound, tears slipping off her jaw onto her blouse. She keeps glancing at the hallway like she wants Hannah to disappear. Hannah is shaking, eyes bright. Travis touches Melanie's elbow, proprietary. The gesture tells me everything I need to know. They gather their things. It takes an eternity for the zipper, the hunt for a shoe kicked under the bench. I stand in the doorway so they have to angle past me. Melanie murmurs, I'm sorry, like a rosary. At the threshold, Travis tries one more time. He leans in, voice low like we're conspirators. It didn't mean anything. That sentence is a match thrown on gasoline. Then you're cruel and lazy, I say, calm. Because you just set my life on fire for nothing. He flinches. For once, there's no comeback. He opens his mouth, closes it, and leaves. I lock the door. The bolt slides home with a sound I've never noticed before. I lean my forehead against the wood and breathe through the burn. Then I turn, tiptoe to Lily's room, and push the door with 2 fingers. She's on the floor, back against her bed, hugging her knees. When she sees me, she tries to smile and fails. I sit beside her. We don't talk. We listen to the house cooling and the rain starting again. After a while, when her breathing gets even, I kiss her hair and stand. In the living room, Hannah is by the couch, arms wrapped around herself like she's cold. The TV is still playing. Animated characters dance like idiots. She looks up at me with eyes that belong to someone much older. Don't call the cops, she whispers. Please. Not yet. It scrapes something raw in me. You don't get a vote, I say, but it comes out tired, not mean. I know. She nods, quick. Just, don't call yet. You don't understand. Make me, I say, and I realize I mean it. Hannah swallows. Her mouth trembles. It wasn't about you. There it is. The sentence that makes the room tilt again, differently. I am suddenly aware of the broken glass under my heel, the tiny sting I didn't feel until now. I lift my foot and see the blood, bright as candy. It looks like it belongs to someone else. It took me weeks to understand what I really saw that night, I say later, in the place in my head where I'm telling you this. And by then, it was too late. What happens next will shatter everything she believed about her relationship. I don't sleep. I sit at the kitchen table with a dish towel pressed to my heel, watching the clock crawl toward morning. The house keeps replaying the last hour like a broken ad. Travis's hand on that blouse, Melanie's eyes. Hannah curled on the couch, knees to her chest, silent. My phone lights up every 10 minutes. Travis. It wasn't what it looked like, Travis. Can I come back? Talk. Travis. You're overreacting, babe. Travis. I love you. Don't throw us away over one mistake. The words leave a film on my skin. Hannah finally speaks when the birds start up. If you call him, he'll talk until you can't hear yourself, she says, looking at the dark TV. He's good at that. I stare at her. How would you know what he's good at? She swallows like she's about to jump into cold water. Because I watched. Because I had to. Had to what? Her eyes flick to the hallway where Lily sleeps. Not now. The towel is soaked through. I fold it and switch to a clean corner. Go home, I tell her, voice dead flat. Please don't make me, she says. Not yet. The sun lifts itself up like it's on a crank. At 6, Lily pads in and climbs into my lap like she's 4 again. I wrap my arms around her and close my eyes against her hair. Strawberry shampoo, warm scalp, a tiny sore spot where her headband sat too long yesterday. We're okay, I tell her, not because it's true, but because she needs a sentence to put on like a jacket. At 7, I pack her lunch. I cut the crusts off the sandwich because she hates the feel of them. I write her a note on a sticky heart and put it under the apple. Knock them dead at practice, bug. I will always come back. At 7:25, there's a knock at the door. Not Travis's impatient double rap. Softer, ashamed. I open it and Melanie is on my porch in last night's blouse, hair pulled into a punishing ponytail. She looks like anyone's mom, the kind you borrow sugar from and return the bag half full. Renee, she says, hands up like I might shoot her. I had to. Hannah has my keys. I just wanted to apologize, I say. Her mouth twists. I wasn't going to say sorry like it means something. I came to say I know how it looked, but it looked like my boyfriend had his hand down your shirt in my bedroom. She shuts her eyes. It was my fault. She opens them again, and there's a hard shine underneath. Don't hurt Hannah because of me. Please. I look past her at the street. Mr. Carver from 2 doors down is pretending to adjust his sprinkler while watching. News travels fast when the news is blood in the water. I'm not hurting anyone, I say. I'm getting my kid to school. Melanie reaches for my arm, thinks better of it. Don't call the police, she whispers. Not yet. The same words as Hannah. They ricochet inside me. Why not now? Her throat works. She can't say it, or won't. Please. Hannah edges past me onto the porch, hoodie up, hands in sleeves. They don't touch. Not even an accident. That tells me more than anything. I'll take Lily, I say. You two figure yourselves out off my steps. At the school drop-off line, Lily leans forward from the back seat. Are you and Travis breaking up? She asks in the exact tone she uses to ask if we're out of orange juice. I keep my eyes on the crossing guard. We're taking a break. Like time out for grown-ups. Something like that. The words sit in the air between us, dumb and heavy. On her way out, she stops, turns, and climbs into my front seat to hug me. She clings like she's falling off a boat and I'm the only rope. Can I go to Aunt Molly's after practice? She asks into my shoulder. She said she bought popsicles. Text me from the field, I say. We'll see. She nods like that's fair and goes. At work, the hospital smells like antiseptic and citrus. I snap on gloves and smile at strangers. I change IV bags and chart vitals, the normal rhythm like a song I used to love but can't hear anymore. My coworkers glance at me and then away. People feel a crack in your surface even when you're good at covering it. On my break, I check my phone. Travis. Your silence is abusive, Travis. I made a mistake. We both have. Travis. I'm outside your work. 5 minutes. Please. I stand up so fast my chair scrapes. The parking lot is a flat, white glare. He's there, leaning against his truck, sunglasses on, grin set to, boyish. He lifts a hand like this is a picnic. Take those off, I say, stopping 6 feet away. He slides the sunglasses into his shirt collar. His eyes are bloodshot and bright, like someone who stayed up all night congratulating himself for feeling bad. You look beautiful, he says, because he thinks beginning with a compliment is strategy. Can we not do this here? We're not doing anything, I say. You need to leave. Renee. He pitches my name low. It didn't mean anything. You keep saying that like it's an upgrade. He laughs once, sharp. Fine. It meant something. She's going through things. I was trying to help. I messed up. My hand curls. You helped her with your shirt off. He shrugs like we're in on a joke. We kissed. That's all. I panicked. I shouldn't have let it go that far. He leans in. But you and we have a life. I pick Lily up. I fix the fence. I'm not some villain. Don't make me into one. He's doing it, spinning cotton in the air and asking me to breathe it. I can see the threads. I can also see how easy they are to swallow. Give me your house key, I say. Something flickers in him. Not hurt. Calculation. So that's it? Years together and you throw me out on a technicality? On a boundary, I say. He fishes in his pocket, slow. He holds up the key, then closes his fist around it. You sure you want to go nuclear over a misunderstanding? Nuclear would be calling your mother, I say. Give me the key. He drops it in my palm like a dare. You're going to regret this. I already do. He watches me walk away. I don't turn. I don't give him the courtesy of a second look. By the end of the shift, the world has tilted just enough that I'm clumsy. I bump a cart. I apologize to a patient twice. I pull my badge lanyard so hard it snaps. When I leave, the clouds have gathered like they might do us the favor of rain. Melanie is on my front steps again. Alone. Eyes red. Hands stripped to the knuckles from wringing. Hannah's at school, she says before I can ask. I shouldn't be here. I know that. But I need to explain. No, I say. You need to stop coming to my house. She nods, absorbs it, keeps going anyway. He came to me first, she says. He knew things about my situation he shouldn't have known. He made it sound like he was helping. That's what he does. He dangles help. What situation? She takes a breath that shudders in the middle. I can't say. Not yet. It's not just about me. And you repaid him with my bed. The flinch is real. Hate me, she says. Hurt me. Just, don't hurt Hannah. Please. I unlock the door. You already did that. Inside, the house is a crime scene that got bored and cleaned up. I sweep the last of last night into the trash, mop around the sharp glitter. I change Lily's sheets because they smell like safety and I want them to smell like that again. At 9, there's another knock. Quick, urgent. I open the door and Hannah slides in, hood up, backpack slung. She doesn't sit. She stands in the kitchen and drops her bag like she's come to war. I need to tell you something, she says. And I need you to listen all the way through without calling anyone. I'm not promising anything. She nods. Okay, then at least hear the first sentence. I cross my arms. Fine. She looks me dead in the eyes. Travis is not cheating on you because he's in love, she says. He's cheating on you because it's the fastest way to distract you while he steals. The room gets smaller. The buzz in my ears returns, mean and bright. I grip the counter because it's the only thing in the world that's not moving. Steals what? She bites down hard on the inside of her cheek, stopping the answer with her teeth. If I tell you now, you'll do the wrong thing, she says. Let me show you. Tonight. You're 16, I say. 17, she says. And I'm the only one who can prove it. I study her face. The crease between her brows. The set of her jaw that matches her mother's and also doesn't. A kid shouldn't look like this. A kid shouldn't have to. Why are you helping me? I ask. Because it's not about you, she says again, softer. And because if you move too soon, he'll erase all of it. She wasn't lying. But I didn't know the truth would destroy more than just my relationship. It's almost funny, how easily I say yes to something I don't understand. Not out loud, not to Hannah's face, but in the way I don't tell her to leave. In the way I set a mug of tea in front of her and keep my hands busy rinsing the sink like this is a normal conversation about homework. Tonight, she says, wrapping both palms around the cup. He's meeting someone. You can't follow him yourself. He'll see you. You've done this before, I say. It's not a question. She looks at the steam instead of me. Yeah, the clock ticks in the kitchen. That steady, smug sound. I want to push her for every detail. Who he's meeting, where, why she's even in the middle of this. But there's something in her posture that says I'd lose her if I try. So I nod like I'm agreeing to the weather. Where am I supposed to be? Across the street from the old post office. 7:30. You'll see me, not him. I'll be the one with the baseball cap. I can't tell if this is absurd or terrifying. Maybe both. And you're not telling me what I'm supposed to be watching for? Her eyes lift to mine. Sharp, steady. I'm telling you what to watch. I'm not telling you why yet. If you know why, you'll show it on your face. He's good at reading faces. That sits in my chest like a weight. He is good at that. He'd find the truth in me before I got 2 words out. When Hannah leaves, the house feels hollow, like she took something important with her. I try to work, to clean, to make the day pass faster, but I end up sitting on the couch with Lily's blanket in my lap, scrolling through old photos. Travis grinning next to me at the county fair. Travis with Lily on his shoulders, both of them laughing at something just out of frame. A picture from last Christmas, his arm tight around my waist like he owned me. Each one makes my stomach flip, because now I have to wonder what else he was holding on to. By 7:15, I'm parked half a block from the old post office. The building's been empty for years, brick crumbling in spots, windows boarded over. The streetlights don't quite reach the sidewalk in front. Hannah appears exactly when she said she would, baseball cap low, sweatshirt too big for her frame. She doesn't look at me, just angles her head toward the corner and keeps walking. I let her get half a block ahead before I follow. At the end of the street, a black SUV is idling. Travis is behind the wheel. I recognize the dent in the bumper. Lily's bike tipped into it last summer. The passenger door opens and a man gets in. Not some shady figure in a hoodie. He's clean-cut, wearing a suit, holding a leather briefcase. They shake hands like they've done this before. Hannah slips into the shadow of a doorway across the street, close enough to hear if they speak. I can't hear anything from where I am, but I see Travis pull an envelope from his jacket and hand it over. The man opens it, checks the contents, then tucks it into his briefcase. Then Travis gives him something else, flat, rectangular, in a manila folder. The man barely glances at it before closing the briefcase again. It's quick. They shake hands once more, and the man walks away, disappearing around the block. Travis stays in the SUV, staring down at something in his lap for a moment before pulling away in the opposite direction. Hannah crosses the street and gets into my car like it's just another ride home. What was that? I ask. My hands are tight on the wheel. That, she says, was him moving money that doesn't belong to him. And making it so no one can trace it back. My throat goes dry. Money from where? She doesn't answer right away. She watches the dark street slide past the window. From your husband, she says finally. From what he left you. I grip the wheel so hard my knuckles hurt. That's not possible. It's already done, she says, voice flat. And he's not finished. The rest of the drive is silent. When I drop her off, she leans in before closing the door. Don't tell anyone yet. If he knows you know, he'll burn the rest of it before you can get it back. I don't move until she's inside her house. The second she's gone, my phone buzzes. Travis. Dinner tomorrow? I'll make it up to you. Promise. I stare at the screen until it goes dark. If Hannah was right, then Travis had been lying to me since the day we met. The next morning I wake up with one thought sitting heavy on my chest. If Hannah's telling the truth, every day I wait is another day Travis moves something I'll never see again. I drop Lily at school, wave at the teacher on crosswalk duty, and don't go home. I park 3 streets away from the house and walk the rest so no one driving past will think I'm there. Inside, it's quiet. Too quiet. I realize I'm holding my breath. I start in the bedroom, bottom dresser drawers, under the mattress, the shoebox behind my sweaters where I keep birthday cards and Lily's first report card. Nothing. The nightstand yields more, loose change, receipts for things I don't remember him buying. a matchbook from a steakhouse in a different city. One of the receipts is from a gas station there too, dated 2 weeks ago. In the closet, behind his work shirts, there's a small lockbox. The keys taped under the top shelf, like he thought he was clever. Inside, an envelope with $1,200 in cash, a folded business card from a law office downtown, a printed email chain, him and someone named R. McKinney, discussing timelines and fund releases. I sit on the edge of the bed and read every line of the email. They talk like they've done this before. No names, just initials. My stomach is tight by the time I'm done. I take pictures of everything, put it all back exactly the way I found it, and lock the box again. At lunch, I call the law office from my car. A cheerful receptionist answers, says Mr. McKinney is out, but she can take a message. I'm calling on behalf of Travis Bennett, I say, keeping my voice light. I just wanted to confirm he got everything he needed from the, paperwork last time he came in. There's a pause. I'm sorry, I don't see that name here, she says. Was it maybe under a different client name? The pause in my reply is all the answer she needs. If you can get me that, I can check, she says. I hang up. He's not even using his real name. By the time Travis gets home that night, I've gone through the kitchen junk drawer, the garage shelves, even the glove box in his truck. More cash. More scraps of paper with numbers. One note says, BTrustACCT, confirm with I'm on the couch when he walks in. He tosses his keys in the bowl and kisses my hair like nothing's wrong. You've been busy, he says, glancing at the half-folded laundry. How was your day? Productive, I say. Yours? He shrugs. Boring. Meetings. I let the silence stretch. His eyes search my face for clues, for the edge of what I know. He leans back, casual. I've been thinking, maybe we should get away for a weekend. Just you and me. No Lily, no stress. Sounds expensive, I say. He smiles. Not if I plan it right. After dinner, I bring up the money, just to see what he'll do. Travis, I found some cash in the garage. Is that for bills? He laughs, easy, like I just caught him hiding cookies. Oh, that? Nah, that's for you, actually. Been saving up. Thought I might surprise you. With what? His smile widens. An engagement ring. Was hoping to make it a big thing, but I guess the cat's out of the bag now. The line is so smooth, I almost forget I'm supposed to be suspicious. Almost. That's sweet, I say, because I need him calm. I'm sweet, he says, kissing my temple. And you deserve it. When he goes to shower, I text Hannah. He said the money's for a ring. She replies instantly, he's lying. Check the law office in person. The next morning, I do exactly that. Mr. McKinney isn't some shadowy figure. He's middle-aged, polite, and way too comfortable with what he's about to tell me. Yes, Travis was here, he says, leaning back in his chair. Used another name, yes, but I knew who he was. Claimed to be related to your late husband. Said he was helping manage some dormant assets. My pulse slams in my ears. And you believed him? He had paperwork, McKinney says. Some of it very convincing. Enough to gain access. To what? He doesn't even blink. Your daughter's trust fund. I drive home in silence, gripping the wheel like it's the only thing keeping me from flying apart. By the time I pull into the driveway, I've decided. I'm going to the police. Then Hannah is sitting on my porch, knees up to her chest, and she shakes her head before I even speak. If you do that now, she says, he'll make it disappear before they can touch it. She pulls a flash drive from her pocket. I have a better way. It's late afternoon when Hannah slides the flash drive across my kitchen table like it's a weapon. The plastic is warm from her pocket. You'll need to look at it on your own computer, she says. And don't be on Wi-Fi. Pull the Ethernet, whatever. He could have someone watching. I want to tell her she's being dramatic, but my throat won't cooperate. Instead, I push my laptop toward her. Show me. She shakes her head. You need to see it without me here. I don't want to be in the room when it hits you. When she's gone, I lock every door, pull the blinds, and sit with the laptop like I'm about to open a box of snakes. The drive loads slowly, folders named in strings of numbers. Inside, bank statements. Not mine, but I recognize the routing number. It's the one tied to Lily's trust. Wire transfer records, large sums sent to accounts I've never seen before. Email threads between Travis and R. McKinney about timely liquidation and silent partners. Scanned copies of documents with my late husband's signature, only it's not his handwriting. I click through file after file, my hands getting colder. And then, a folder labeled M Access. Inside is a spreadsheet. Dates, amounts, initials. And one full name. Molly Bennett. It takes me a second to process. Molly, my sister. The spreadsheet shows her getting consulting fees from Travis's Shell account. Money funneled directly from Lily's trust. The dates go back over a year. I close the laptop and just sit there, staring at the blinds, the thin lines of late sun slicing through. My sister, the person who held my hand through the funeral, who told me she'd take a bullet for Lily. The only family I have left. I call her. She answers on the second ring, breezy. Hey, I was just thinking of swinging by with dinner. Save you the trouble. Molly, I say, my voice thin. How long have you been helping Travis take from Lily's trust? Silence. Then a small, disbelieving laugh. What? Where is this coming from? From bank records with your name on them. The pause is longer this time. Finally, she says, it's not what you think. That's the second time I've heard that this week. Go ahead. What is it then? I needed help, she says. Just for a little while. Travis had connections. He said it wouldn't hurt anything. That Lily wouldn't even notice. You stole from an 8-year-old, I say. From my 8-year-old. Her tone hardens. Don't make it sound like I'm some monster. I was drowning. You have no idea what I've been dealing with. I grip the counter until it hurts. And instead of coming to me, you went to him? You would have said no, she says simply. You're too careful. I take a breath. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to come over tonight. We're going to talk this through. Face to face. She hesitates. You're not going to do something rash, are you? Not if you give me a reason not to. After I hang up, I text Hannah. She's coming over tonight. Hannah replies. Be careful. If he told her you know, she won't come alone. By 6:30, I've set the table for 4. Me, Molly, Travis, Hannah. I light a candle, like this is just dinner. Like I'm not planning to drag the truth out of two people who share more than I ever wanted them to. When they arrive, Molly first, Travis 10 minutes later. The air in my dining room feels like it's holding its breath. Travis smiles like we're old friends. Molly avoids my eyes. Hannah sits at the far end, silent. We pass the bread, the roast, the wine. Small talk slides off the table like grease. Then I lean forward, look at both of them, and say, here's the thing. I know what you did. I have proof. And unless you want every account frozen by morning, you're going to tell me everything, right now. Travis's smile drops. Molly's fork clinks against her plate. And for the first time all night, I see them both the way they must see me. Not as the tired nurse. Not as the easy mark. As someone who's about to ruin them. Molly's first instinct is to deny. Her second is to cry. She lands on the third, playing small. Renee, she says, voice soft like she's reading to a child. I didn't think it would go this far. Travis leans back, arms folded, smirk creeping in like he's watching his favorite rerun. You always did have a flair for the dramatic. I keep my eyes on Molly. How far did you think stealing from Lily would go? Her eyes gloss over. It wasn't like that. Then explain it to me. She glances at Travis, and that's all I need. There's a silent signal there, one I've seen before between liars who've rehearsed. I had medical bills, she says finally. You know that. Travis said he could help move some money around, temporarily. I was supposed to pay it back. With what? I ask. She looks at her hands. I don't know. Travis cuts in. All right, enough of this. Molly's family. You really gonna drag her through the mud over some paperwork you don't even understand? I turn to him. You think I don't understand, but I've seen the transfers. I know the dates. And I know the names on the receiving accounts. One of them's hers. He shrugs. So? It's not like you're starving. That trust fund's been sitting there for years. I put it to use. You mean you put it in your pocket, I say. The room goes still. Even Hannah, who's been quiet all night, shifts in her chair. Here's the thing about Molly. She's selfish, but she's also desperate to be liked. I know this. She knows I know this. So I change my tone. I let the heat drop from my voice. I don't want to hate you, I say to her. You're my sister. Lily loves you. But if you want this to go away, you need to help me get the rest back. Her eyes flicker. Hope, fear, calculation. If I help you, you won't go to the police? I glance down at my wine glass, just long enough for her to think I'm weighing it. If you help me, I'll think about it. She exhales like she's been holding her breath for months. Okay, what do you need me to do? We clear the plates like this is a normal meal. Travis stays cocky, leaning back in his chair, talking about a fishing trip he wants to take once this drama's over. I nod and smile at the right moments. All the while, I'm mapping the next move. Because the truth is, I'm not forgiving either of them. I'm keeping Molly close because she's my ticket into whatever Travis is still hiding. And if I play it right, I can take them both down in one night. After they leave, Hannah comes back in from the porch where she'd stepped out to take a call. She drops into the chair across from me. You're not really letting her off, she says. No, I say, but she's going to think I am. And she's going to help me without realizing it. Hannah nods, a small smile pulling at her mouth. Good, because they're worse together than they are apart. 2 days later, I text Molly. Family dinner Friday. Just us, Travis, and Hannah. I want to make peace. She replies within a minute. I'll bring dessert. By Friday, I've got my phone set to record, hidden under the breadbasket. I've rehearsed my questions, my tone, the way I'll steer the conversation until one of them slips. I've even practiced the fake laugh I'll use when Travis tries to charm his way out. But here's what I didn't plan for. Travis figuring it out halfway through the meal. 1 second he's chewing. The next, he's scanning the table like he's doing inventory. His eyes land on the breadbasket, and his mouth curls. He stands. You think you're clever, he says, voice low. But you're sloppy. Then he flips the table, plates, wine, my phone crashing to the floor. The recording dies before I can touch it. And just like that, the trap blows up in my face. The crash of plates rings in my ears long after they've hit the floor. Red wine bleeds across the rug like an open wound. Travis looms over the mess, breathing hard. You think you can play me? In my own house? My house, I say, standing. My voice is calm, but my pulse is kicking like it wants out of my chest. Molly's already on her feet, trying to play peacemaker. Everybody calm down. Shut up, Travis snaps, and it's the first time I've ever heard him talk to her like that. She freezes. Hannah's in the corner, wide-eyed, but not scared. Watching, waiting. I keep my hands loose at my sides, like I'm not 2 seconds from swinging a chair at him. Dinner's over. Get out. Travis steps closer, smiling in that way he does when he thinks he's already won. You really think the cops are going to care about your little story? About some missing zeros in an account? You'd be surprised, I say. He tilts his head. No, I wouldn't. He looks at Molly. Let's go. She hesitates. She looks at me, then at the spilled wine. Then back to him. In the end, she follows him out the door. When it slams shut, Hannah exhales, low. That could have gone worse. Could it? I crouch and start picking glass from the carpet, my hands steady in a way my heart isn't. You didn't get the confession, she says. I didn't need it, I tell her. Because this wasn't the only setup. Her eyebrows lift. I already sent the files to the police, I say. 3 days ago. The dinner was just insurance. In case they tried to claim it was a misunderstanding. A slow smile creeps across her face. So the accounts are frozen. I nod. As of this morning. The next day at work, I can't shake the feeling of being followed. In the parking lot, I spot Travis leaning against a car that isn't his. He doesn't move when I see him. Doesn't wave, just smiles. Nice to see you, he says when I get close. You've really screwed the pooch this time, Renee. Now I've got nothing left to lose. I don't answer. I just keep walking, badge swipe into the building, and tell myself he's bluffing. That night, when I get home, the house is too quiet. Lily? I call. No answer. I check her room. The bed is made, her way, sloppy and lumpy, but empty. The window is open, curtain shifting in the evening air. My voice is in my throat before I even know I'm yelling. Lily. I run to the front door. The porch is empty. The driveway is empty. Then my phone buzzes. It's a text from Lily's number. I'm okay. At Aunt Molly's. Don't be mad. My knees almost give out. Relief first. She's alive. Then the sick drop when the second thought hits. Molly. I call her. She answers on the second ring, casual as anything. Hey, she's fine. She just wanted a break from the tension. You don't get to take her without telling me, I say. She asked, Molly says. What was I supposed to do? Say no. Yes, I snap. Exactly that. She laughs, light, cruel. Relax. She's having a popsicle. We'll see you tomorrow. The line goes dead. I stand in my kitchen, phone in my hand. The hum of the fridge suddenly too loud. Hannah's voice is in my head from last night. They're worse together than they are apart. And now they have my daughter. It takes me all night to figure out how to get her back without giving either of them the upper hand. I don't sleep. I sit at the kitchen table, phone in front of me, staring at Molly's contact, resisting the urge to call every 5 minutes. By morning, I've decided on one thing. If they want to play control games, I'll let them think they've won. Then I'll take everything from them in one move. At 9 a.m., I call Molly. I'm coming to get her, I say, my voice level. We'll meet in public. A pause. Why? So you can hand her over without a scene, I say. I'm not in the mood for drama. She agrees too quickly. Fine. Coffee shop on Main. Half an hour. I get there early, pick a table with my back to the wall so I can see the door. Molly walks in with Lily holding her hand, a little too tightly. Lily's in yesterday's clothes, hair messy, but she's smiling, confused, maybe, but smiling. Hey, bug, I say, opening my arms. She comes straight to me, the hug fierce and fast. I breathe her in, strawberry shampoo, faint smell of popsicle syrup. Molly sits across from me. See? She's fine. No harm done. She's a child, I say. Not a pawn. Her eyes narrow. You've made this bigger than it needed to be. You could have just left things alone. I could have, I say. But then you wouldn't be sitting here wondering how you're going to pay rent now that your accounts are frozen. Her smile slips. You did that? I lean in. I told you, help me get it back, or I make sure you both walk away with nothing. Travis walks in then, like he owns the place. He sits beside Molly, smirking at me over Lily's head. You're feeling pretty smug, huh? Thought you could outplay me? I let him talk, let him enjoy the sound of his own voice. When he's done, I slide an envelope across the table. Inside is a photocopy of the police report I filed 3 days ago, along with a list of every transfer and account number Hannah pulled from his laptop. You're both in it, I say. Every detail. The DA has everything. And the best part? I don't need a confession. The paper trail speaks for itself. Travis's jaw tightens. Molly shifts in her seat. I stand, taking Lily's hand. This is the last time you'll ever be near her. Either of you. Outside, Hannah's leaning against my car, hood up. She straightens when she sees Lily, gives her a quick, warm smile. You got her, she says. I got her, I say. And they're done. Hannah glances over my shoulder toward the coffee shop. You didn't tell them? Tell them what? I ask. She pulls a small envelope from her pocket and hands it to me. Inside is a debit card, no name on it. It's the new account, she says. All of Lily's trust. Every cent. Moved it before they even knew it was frozen. I stare at the card. You could have kept this. She shrugs. I don't want their money. I just wanted them to lose. I slip the card into my wallet, feeling the weight of it in a way I never did before. As we drive away, Lily hums to herself in the back seat, already talking about dance practice. I watch her in the rearview mirror, and the knot in my chest loosens just enough to breathe. Travis stole my money. Molly stole my blood. But I gave them both the same thing in the end, nothing. And for the first time in months, that feels like enough. If you thought this story was intense, just wait for what's coming next. Make sure you subscribe, drop a like, and share your thoughts about this story in the comments. We'd love to know how it hit you.